Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Are you you're going on the Mama Said It Instagram live?
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me clearly, Shakira?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello.
So I'm gonna turn my volume down, the hearing part, so it won't be feedback on the Instagram part. So okay, I found you. Okay, you joined as Dr. Regina Ross.
Okay.
So hold on. Let's see.
Let me.
Oh,
Yeah. Hi, Zareta. Welcome, welcome to the live. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing?
yes, yes, yes.
How's everybody doing? Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. So I see you there. Let me see.
Hi,
Grab you.
Linda. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining.
All right. Live full in
How's
effect.
everybody doing? It is Sunday.
It's hot outside, okay?
It's hotter
It's
than
hot.
50s.
It's hot. Now I don't know if we're getting feedback.
Yeah, we are.
So
Um,
I can turn my
mine,
Instagram I
mine
can
is
turn my
down.
Instagram all the way down.
Okay. Hey, Lady T, can let us know if you can hear us.
Yes, please let us know.
Let us know if you can hear us. We got some juicy topics today, of course. We got so
Yes, of
many
course,
juicy
of course.
topics coming up. It's ridiculous. How's y'all doing on this Sunday? What are y'all doing for today? Anybody cooking out?
Um Tiana says she can't hear us.
She can't hear.
Yeah, the microphone is on for Instagram. Um
Let me cut the value. She, okay.
oh, she said I can hear y'all. I can't see. Sorry, T.
Oh, she can't hear?
She says she can hear. I can hear. I can hear. Okay.
Okay. Great, great, great. Awesome.
All right
Awesome.
now.
Okay. So, as y'all know, last week we had a little hiccup. We had a little hiccup
My phone is
last week.
fully charged today, you guys. Fully charged. Okay. Fully charged. 100%.
100%. Okay, that's what we want to hear. She says she's fully charged.
Yes.
That's awesome to hear. Okay, so last week I know we kind of left off with a topic, and I don't know whether it was the Lord saying no, or
I
was
was
it
scared. Okay.
we was like, should
I
we
was
go through with
scared.
it? Should we move forward with this, or what's going on? But
Yeah.
no, we do want to talk about this because this is something that a lot of people are talking about, but a lot of people ain't saying anything. So we figured,
Yeah.
well, why not say something? We need to say something to let it be known. And so we can have an open discussion and hopefully get a better understanding as to um, how this is all being played out.
Tiana said it's an echo. So
It's an
I'm going to have
echo.
to, yeah, because it's the feedback from the other thing that's on. for Facebook.
It's a feedback from the main
Because
system.
we have devices. We have more than one device, and it's I'm trying to see if it's something I can turn down. Let me see if this works. But then I should be able to. You still should be able to hear me. Let me know if that helps, Tiana.
Okay. All right. So last week we touched base with several different topics last week. And we want to kind of maybe just recap, not go fully into it because I think we kind of touched bases on it enough. But just so that I do hear feedback.
You have to, on your other device where you're streaming from for Facebook, you're going to have to mute, turn your sound down.
I can't hear you.
No, not your mic, not your microphone. The
sound
volume for
completely
your
down.
sound.
Mine's is completely down
I can't hear you now.
because you're hearing me through the phone. So you don't hear me through the system?
I hear you through the system. I don't hear you through the phone.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hopefully,
bear with us,
better.
everybody.
No, it's feedback. We might have to shut down Instagram because I don't understand
I
at this
can't hear
moment
you
technically.
at all.
Okay. We're getting it together, y'all. We're gonna have to give out coupons for some dinners and some traveling for all the inconvenience we have. I don't hear an echo on my end. Hey, Amira. And she's on Facebook.
No, this said an echo on Instagram.
Yeah, well,
I don't see any comments. I don't see it.
I didn't cut it. Got my values completely all the way down.
Okay.
Now I can move it. I can move it away, so it won't be so close. Maybe that might help.
Okay. So you said you were hearing feedback too, Ma. That's what you said?
Yeah, but I moved it so it won't be so close.
Okay. I hear happy birds chirping. Yeah, that's me over here, Aunt Linda.
Okay.
Hey, Bree. Yes.
Hey, Sade. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you joining us this evening. Okay, so we want to start off by saying that shout out and we're sending prayers to our family. As y'all know, we did have death in our family last week. We buried an uncle this week. We have two cousins that we are preparing to lay to rest. So keep us in prayer for the Sessions and the Carters and the Mosleys family.
Yes.
Please keep us in prayer. Okay, as we move forward, I do have a question, and this just popped up. Should elderly people surrender their license after a certain age?
Absolutely. Sorry, anybody that's on my live that's upper age. I believe just like we had to do a driver's test, I believe at maybe, let's say around 70, 65, you should have to do a road test. You know, you mess around, be out there, you miss the eye. You know, it's no. I mean, and this is for the safety of the seniors as well. because they be thinking they still got it, and it's just like, yeah, wait a minute. But yeah, I think you should have to take a road test. Actually, I don't think you should have to surrender your license. I think you should have to take a road test, and if you fail, then yeah, bye bye birdie. Maybe you could try back in 2 years, but I don't see it like, you know, something that's going to get better. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, you should definitely yeah, take a road test.
You think people should take a road test now?
Yes.
Sade says no, not unless their medical needs.
Listen, okay,
75.
I hear you, Bree.
Oh Lord.
Listen, I'm sorry. Okay, so
you said 75.
my thing is that you see so many older people. I know she gonna get me. I'm sorry, Aunt Dot. And I'm not talking about the people that are able, you know, there are people that can drive and they 80, 90. I'm saying that when you get into an upper age and now you done lost your eyesight or, different things, when you go and renew your license, they don't ask you how your eyes are doing. They just give you your license.
But Sade says every older person doesn't have reasons they can't drive. That's true. Maybe if it's medically related.
Yeah.
Right? If it's medically related.
Yeah. Okay. So I agree. If it's medically related. But sometimes you may not just be that quick on the trigger no more as you used to be. It's dangerous out here. I'd be scared. Okay. So yeah, that's just my opinion.
That's your opinion. Okay.
That's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. I think they should take a road test. What's the harm in that? To make sure they're safely driving still. You got your license 75 years ago, ma'am.
She said, heck
yes, there is
30 years.
They're 35 years that can't see or just drunk. Absolutely. Their license should be they listen. Absolutely. I'm all fair game for being safe. And I'm just saying, I just think that would be a good idea.
Linda says
if you got your license 60 years ago, I mean, at least do the eye test. I mean, y'all don't agree to get the eye check or nothing? Just out here, just running amok. Okay.
Oh, we may have to visit that in a few months to see whether we have anyone.
That might be an actual topic.
Pull a poll to see how that comes out.
Yeah. Because some people they're able, but like remember Nana left and said she was going to the store and was going for hours and never and came back hours later, no bags.
Nothing.
But you wasn't taking her license. We had to tell her Uncle David needed the car.
Yeah. Well, Dottie just took her license. She didn't make no excuse. She said, "You're not driving not a day more. This is the end." And she took her license that same day. So Dottie definitely took her license. So family members sometimes have to step in, And I know for our dad, he was driving, and sometimes it get to a point where you have to step in. Family has to step in and see about their elderly to make sure they're okay to drive.
Yeah. Hey, welcome Jasmine joined.
Jasmine.
Brianna said old people don't go over 25 on the highway. That's not the problem. I'm scared of the younger people.
She's right about that.
Listen,
She right.
And I will say this, God rest his soul, my dad, when I first got my license, you always speedy gadidi or whatever, heavy on the foot. And he said, when you get older, you're going to slow down. I let everybody pass me now. You get wherever you need to get to fast. Because I'm not in no hurry. Even, especially when you have kids in the car, you are more cautious. But even when they're not in the car, I'm not as rambunctious as I used to be on the road. Sometimes I find myself in the slow lane. So, yeah.
Right. You got another comment you want to read?
Amira said, I agree with an exam evaluation of how quick that they can react and respond as well. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Yes.
Okay.
Remember, Linda said, remember the ride I received from your brother? What you talking about?
Okay, she went on. Listen, we all warned her about getting in the car with David, right? So
Oh no.
we warned her, because David, everywhere he went, he was driving 80. And we kept telling her, Linda, you might want to wait for us. But she was in a hurry. No, I got to get where I got to get. I'm going to ride with
Oh,
him. She
Lord.
got in that car. And see, he creates his own lane.
Yes.
He creates his own lane. She jumped out that car, she said, so fast.
Mm-mm.
Listen, we got to bring her on one day soon so she can
Yes,
tell
that
the
would be so
story,
fun.
so she can share.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we have another comment.
Miss
Welcome to the live,
Barbara
Barbara.
Bryant. Yes, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be 70 years old, and I feel that I just want to be a passenger moving forward. I would submit to the eye test.
No, that's funny. She wants to be chauffeured. I know that's right.
I know that's right. Cousin Zoraida
Zoraida.
said they drive too crazy for me.
Yeah, young, like Sade said, the young people we have to be careful for, as well as the old. So it goes both
Yeah.
ways. Now we're going to change the
absolutely.
subject, and I want to say, Michael, you are so welcome, my love. We're going to change the subject to something a little bit more sensitive. I know some of you are parents, so if you're parents, this is to you. And if you don't even have any children, you have nieces, nephews, cousins, you still want to chime in.
Okay.
If you have a child who have reached the age of 18, what age do you think they should move out on their own? Is 18 appropriate, or should they wait until they get a job, get money? When is a more appropriate age to have your teenage children or adult children to move out, Shakira? I mean, you have
So
two
I
boys,
got my little
Sade,
babies.
you have Sean J, which
Yes, sure.
which I know
Yeah,
the answer for that. You don't
yeah,
never
she's
want her to
18.
leave.
She's going to college. She does wonderful. She's awesome. Listen, kids need time. 18 is, listen, you're not fully developed. You don't know what you know at all at 18. Like you're just now you getting out of the field of your whole life has been school. Now you're going to college. College is a whole nother like monster. Like it's nothing like high school. You get me? So you're going through that. You're going through the transition of actually trying to find out who you are. So I agree with like making sure that your kid is on a good footing for success. I don't believe you 18, you grown. I don't believe in that saying. Like, oh, now if you acting grown, then that's totally different. There's house rules. Of course, when somebody turns 18, you make different arrangements, different changes, comes with different rules. But this is not a free fall. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in respect. But if that's not a problem, no. Now I do have like, okay, you can't be not doing nothing, not going to school, not working. I'm paying all the bills that's supporting you, and you just chilling. We're not doing that
Sitting
either,
at
because
home, laying up, looking at,
that's not what we're pushing
playing
out. That's
games.
not the energy we're pushing out here. Like we're no. We're not doing that. Like no. Like you're asking me for money to do certain things, and you're of age to be able to work, and that's when it kind of you got to step back and be like, I won't say did I do something wrong, but it's just like, what did I instill in them? Because I remember I've been working since I was 13, knock on wood, and it just was in me. Did I have to work? Absolutely not. Like anybody know my mother, I really did not have to do no work at nobody's 13, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I've been taught that, you have to work for what you want. It's not just going to be given to you. Now, yes, I had a very pleasant and blessed life. And I'm very thankful for it, but I'm very humble. I don't take it for granted. So I always worked. I always wanted to have my own money. I always, like, now I never told her I don't want your money. Now, don't get that confused. But I always took pride in when I did something. So for me, 18 is no, that's not enough. And I feel like when you push them out like that, it kind of like doesn't give them a space to be able to, I won't say come back, but they feel like, oh, I'm going to show you. And they're going to go out and make rash decisions You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be,
Yeah.
and they're not going to ask you for advice because they're going to feel like you put me out, you know?
Yeah.
So they're going to make rash decisions. And then, you know, then they're going to feel like they can't come back because I got a point to prove. So I want to always make sure that my kids, I know somebody's in the
Open
other yard
door.
and I heard.
Mine is an
Yeah,
open door
open door.
policy.
Yes. Like I want you to always feel as though that you have a bed at my house, like period.
Yeah.
Like no
I
matter
always
what.
tell Plum that. I tell
Yeah,
her that
so
no matter where I'm at, she
you
always
got a
have a
bed.
place to be.
Yeah, a bed,
Yeah.
a couch, a floor, something. You ain't gonna
Yeah.
be just out here, you know. So I don't believe in that. Oh, you because a lot of people, but I feel like when I think about this, right, digging deeper, sometimes people got out at 18 because they had no choice. Not saying that their parents put them out, but it was just the way and life was going, you know.
Yeah.
So whatever they were going through in that moment prompted them to get, because there are 18-year-olds that get out and it's fine, you know. But I think sometimes parents carry over the experience that they had as a child and put it on their children, and it's not the same. You can't go through a whole bunch and then your kids don't really go through nothing, but you want to treat them, you know, like you gotta kind of change up things. So no, I would not put my kid out at 18 unless they was being unruly and nasty and just, you know, disrespectful. Then we have a problem.
Right.
But I don't see that in my near future, knock on wood. But yeah, 18, no. And we got a lot of feedback for that. So let's go on to some of these comments. Hold on, let me go up. Oh Lord,
Gianna said
got a little
18
lag
is
with
too
this
young.
guy.
I agree.
It is too young. Hey, Aunt Carol,
Yeah.
Aunt Carol tuning in. Okay, so we
Hey,
have to
Aunt
edit.
Carol. Hey,
Brianna
Carol.
said.
Linda said I couldn't wait to move out. Me either. I moved out when I was 16, 17 years old. So I couldn't wait.
See,
you
but
know,
that
it
was the
a saying
circumstances
back
that you
then.
had.
It was an old saying that I can't wait till I get grown. Many of us had that saying.
I mean, I said it too, but I ain't get out at 18.
No.
I didn't get out
I
at
think
18.
everybody must have said that.
You can't wait till you get grown because you think you rush into something that you think you know something about, and you clearly, as my mother would say all the time, life will teach you. And a lot of times you just have to let that happen for your children because they not hearing you. So let's see. Zareta said they should move out before they turn 30. I'm guessing that's what she said.
She said she had a grandson
Brianna said,
but
the teaching start at a young age. My son was doing housework since he was 3. He sure was. Okay, little Brianna would have his little broom. He knew how to. Brianna would separate his clothes. He knew how to put. Now he little, but he's still putting the stuff in the washing machine. So yes, he's 9 and he knows to save his money. Absolutely. She also said we have to educate our children on investing and buying real estate. I will work with you if that's the goal. I like that. I moved out at 18. I gave myself a hard way when it didn't have to be. Yes. Truly understand that. Because they be trying to, you try to prove a point. I'm 18. I'm grown. Okay.
Yeah. Gianna said, I think as long as they are trying, they shouldn't have to move out. As long as they're trying. And then Charday says,
yeah,
my son stay with me until he is done college in the first year working to save some money to buy property. But if he isn't doing anything, Burlington County has free room and board plus meals. You have to be doing something. Totally agree. 100%.
Absolutely. You got to be doing something. You can't just be laying around. Tiana said, I wish I could go back to 18. Life is lifing right now. Okay. Listen, right. I'm telling you, is life, this life, man. My perfect age, sidebar, my perfect age to go back to would be 17. I had my license, I had a car, I had a job, and I ain't had no bills. So that would be my perfect age to go back to. I was able, I was going to clubs, on a sneak tip, So I would still be able to have fun. I had a car and vehicle, but I ain't had no bills. So that would be my perfect age to go back to. But yeah.
Right. Tiana says she wish she could go back. I know that's right. Yep, I agree. I agree. Totally agree. Now we have another topic about children who, Shakira, you want to?
Oh Lord! Oh, this is all me. Okay, I said we gotta talk about this today. How many out here believe that all children should receive a participation award? Don't all jump on the chat all at once. I want to know why too. I don't want you to just say me. Tell me why you believe that it should be participation award. But don't worry, I'll go first. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I feel like it's preparing kids to think that you just going to always get something out of something. That's not life. It's not life. If you lost, boo-boo. I'm sorry. Like, we could cry about it in the car. We can reenact what happened, maybe work on our game, whatever the case may be. But no. No. If you're not in first place, you have work to do. You don't get no reward. I'm sorry. You don't pass go, you don't collect 200. So I believe it gives them a sense of entitlement. And it's just, no.
Well, for
everybody's a winner. Lies. Everybody
when they're little,
listen.
When they're little, I think everybody should get a reward. Once they get older, I think.
When you're old enough to get on the league of anything, okay, so Evan is 2, he'll be 3. I don't know what he wants to do as far as, want to be doing no football, he rough, so he's probably going to get into something. But when he has his first game, and if so happen he does not win, baby, we got work to do. You did not win. You did good, but I know you can do better. You got it in you to do better. When you give somebody participation awards like, oh, well, I could do bare minimum and still get something. That's not real life. No, absolutely not. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, no. I mean, I don't want to crush anybody's little baby's dreams and stuff like that. I'm not mean, but I'm just saying for the long run, like I'm thinking long term, that's not life.
Yeah.
You can sometimes give your all and do your best and still not come out on top. And I feel like that's why kids today don't know how to deal with rejection.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of kids can't.
7, 8 years old, then yes. But little 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds.
What are you doing at 3 that you're participating in anything?
They have all kinds of things. Racing, the kids 3, 4 years old, they're doing all kinds of stuff now. I'm sure.
So, okay, so let me give you a scenario. All right, so not talk about, Evan's not chunky or anything. But let's say I had a little chunky baby, right? And I've been feeding them cookies and pies. Nothing healthy. And then he talking about I want to do track. He come in last place. And I'm just
it's a lot of fat people can run good, girl.
I know I'm not discriminating. I'm just saying he wasn't equipped to be able to run. Okay. He came in way past last place. And he still get like what message is that sending him? I'm gonna keep it and for me, I would be like, listen, baby, it's okay. That's why mommy said you can't be eating a whole bunch of pies.
Yeah. Well,
you can't be sneaking snacks.
He participated, so as long as he participated, everybody should get an award. Now, if it's a contest or it's a competition, I can see. But just to tell a child you're a loser, you lost.
I'm not saying loser per se, but you lost. If you lose, you're a loser. I mean, listen, I'm not making this stuff up, people. That is what, if you lost, you are the loser. There's a loser and a winner. But this is, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being, this is reality because our kids, listen, we have Black children. I'm not speaking for everybody, but for me, I have Black children. I can't sugarcoat what the world is. It is not sugar, rainbows, and pies and saying, oh, sometimes you're going to win, baby, and sometimes you're not going to win. Sometimes you are going to lose, and it's okay. It is because you have to teach your kid how to properly lose. That's why they fall it all out, because they don't know how to lose. There's a way to lose and still learn.
With pride and dignity, huh?
We got a lot of comments. Let's see.
Okay.
Brianna said participation is okay. If they are. We, especially in the Black community, we don't push positive rewards. Everything is in punishment. Okay. I'm not saying beat your chip. I'm not saying beat your child.
If you don't win, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, I would never do that. No, that's not the message I'm pushing. I'm pushing that the ideal of that if I do the bare minimum, I'm going to get something, because that's how I take participation award. If I do the bare minimum, because then it's like, oh, well, I don't have to. Why do I have to work harder, Mom? Why do I have to practice? I still get an award.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even have your name on the award.
Once you get older, yeah, definitely you want to. I'm talking about when they're young children. Yeah, but I mean, we agreed to disagree on that. That's fine.
Yeah. Brianna said we have to build self-esteem. Positive reward builds that. Now, everyone isn't a winner, but if you gave it your best, I'm proud, and the kids should be too. Exactly. I'm going to be proud of you regardless, but I don't want you thinking that I'm just going to win because I showed up, because that's not life.
No.
That's not life, because then you're not going to work for nothing that you think you're going to win. You ain't going to practice. I'm going to still get that participation award. No. Let's see. Jasmine said no on the participation award. If everyone was awarded, we would strive for better.
Okay, I agree.
I think she meant to say, hold on. I think she said, hold on. There's a way to lose. Thank you, Jasmine. Tiana said, for example, if I play the lottery and don't win, I should still get something for playing. They don't do that in the real world. Gotta keep trying. Thank you, T. I'm just saying, I'm not here to listen. It's not like I'm gonna be in my baby's face like, "Oh, you loser!" Like, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just saying, like, being realistic. It's okay, baby. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. It's okay, because when they don't get that reality, when they do lose, say they get participation awards all their life, right? And then they actually get to college and they trying out for a team and they like, you trash, because them people don't care. You're garbage. Like they're going to read you for filth. They're not going to be nice. Then your child out there like, oh my, because then as a child, I would feel like you lied to me, Mom. You said I was great. You said no.
That would be crazy. Absolutely. That would be crazy.
I believe in positive reinforcement too. You don't force your kid to do anything, but you want to keep it real. Like we practice, go out there, you give it I'm not going to give them a pep talk like, yeah, you might lose. I'm going to give them that pep talk like, listen, we're going to go out there, you're going to give it the best you got this, baby. And if it don't pan, and then at the end, if it don't pan out, well, you did your best, Mommy's proud of you, but sometimes you can give your best and it may not be enough for some people, but it's enough for Mommy. It's a way to say things. I'm not the participation. I ain't on the train. You on the train? I'm down the block somewhere. So we'll just leave that there.
Oh God. Okay, so I want to ask everyone to please share, like, and share if you can, please. If you're liking it, please like and share.
Yes, like, share, comment. We're loving it over here. What's up next?
Yes. Okay, so I have this other question, and I know this might not come across to. Are Americans losing jobs to other countries because they are too lazy?
No. This is my take on it, right? I feel like we worried about the people coming across the border and everywhere else, that's trying to find, and they're coming over here because they're trying to have a better life. And then they get here and they probably is like, what is going on? But anyway, I digress. We need to be scared of these computers.
Yeah.
We worry about the wrong thing.
The AIs.
Yes, you need to be scared of them because they don't have to pay them. They buy them in bulk, and then you worried about somebody overseas getting paid $2 and you were getting paid 15. They're not paying the machine at all, and they eliminated everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like one of them things that I don't find it threatening or feel like when you actually go and read about the countries and see what these people are running from. It's yes, come on over, and if you can find a job, when you can find a job, why am I going to hate on somebody feeding their family?
Well,
and truth be told, I'm a believer. What's meant for you is meant for you. So if they came and took your job, boo boo, God got something else for you.
Well, you got the AIs, and you got the other countries like Philippines and other countries that are willing to. They have contracts for less money. That's one of the reasons why a lot of Americans may be losing their jobs to people in other countries. Yeah. Something to think about. Because I know a lot of people.
So we got. Oh, go ahead.
A lot of people don't want to work unless they're getting paid a certain amount of money. Whereas other people from other countries, they'll take that minimum wage.
They sure will. Because you think about what they're going through. They're like, oh, I'll take that $2, that $3. I'll take that. Because I'm going to get three $2 jobs or whatever, $4 jobs. So yeah. It's just sad. Linda said other races are hard on their kids. Example, Orientals. Yes, they sometimes I'm like, oh Lord, it's just a game. Like it is not that deep. So yes, I totally agree.
Right. Cousin Danny, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Cousin Danny.
Yes, Danny Barnes. Hey, work for cheap. That part, yes. Brianna said, no, we've been getting products from other countries because labor is cheaper and they make higher profits. Smart to me. It's a business move. It's business.
Well, we have to take all that into consideration.
Yeah, it's a business. And a lot of times people don't, they get so comfortable with a job and they don't realize it's still a business and they're going to look out for their best interest.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, that's true. I want y'all to stay on the show because before we end, I'm going to share with you how you're going to be able to get a free time sharing. That's right, a free time sharing. So stay tuned for that information. Now, our next topic that we're going to get into, do you tip a restaurant on a pickup order? Do you tip a restaurant on a pickup order?
No, absolutely not. So
I tip on pickup orders. If I go and pick it up,
if I call and order my food and I get in my car and use my gas and go pick it up, go in the restaurant and you bring out the bag, I'm supposed to tip the person that brought the bag out?
Yes. It's a whole, yes, why not?
Yeah, no. And me and my mom went over this and I'm like, Ma, it's probably like 85% people that do not tip on no pickup order. You said 95
and I said 50.
Yeah, 95. And she's talking about some, no, it's 50.
95% of people don't tip, she said. And I said 50%.
Yes. Now, okay, so here's a scenario. Instacart, anything you're getting delivered to your house, absolutely you're supposed to tip. Anytime you're sitting at a restaurant and somebody's serving you, you're supposed to tip. That's just rule of thumb. But I've worked in a restaurant before.
Right, Danny.
The waitresses, they get paid $2-3 an hour. Yes, you're supposed to tip them. Them bartenders and people that's bringing out your order, they're getting regular pay. They're getting minimum, even though minimum wage to some people is not enough, but it's more than what that waitress is getting. No. So we got some stuff here on the side. So I got some notes.
I tip regardless of whether I go to a restaurant or whether or not I'm picking it up. I tip.
Yeah, she tips everywhere.
I tip. Everywhere. I tip. I believe in tipping.
That's so nice.
Because people work hard. Get the cook,
That
cook,
is so.
the server, serve, and they come out and bring it to your car.
They
Or
not
you
that
come
cook's
in.
not getting that tip. That girl is putting it in her pocket. They're not
Yeah,
splitting
but
it.
you know, if you have it, share it. God bless you.
I'd rather share it with my church or something. I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, that's just. I will now. I'm not bad. I'm a good tipper. I tip. I have no problem in tipping, but I'm not tipping that.
You
So
don't tip when you go pick up your order.
no.
Wow.
Now, if you bring my order out to me, have I tipped before? Yeah. Do I normally tip? Not always, because you just walked it out to my car. But but if I'm sitting down and you're serving me and you're bringing me food and you're bringing me drinks, and yes, I'm going to tip you. If it's a service that you're providing, but you handing me the bag, okay, let's talk more. Let's stay on this topic real quick. You go into the grocery store, right? They now in Jersey, I don't know where everybody's calling from in Jersey, ain't no bags, okay? You got to bring your own bag or pay for it, right?
Right.
You get up to the joint, you getting your, they ringing up your stuff. Ain't nobody helping you bag. What's up with that?
Well, most of the times it's volunteering. When you mean you go to check out volunteering.
No, I'm talking about somebody's ringing
Five
you.
Below.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about self-checkout. I'm talking about you go to a physical person and they are ringing your food up at ShopRite and they do not help you bag at all. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about those people. They just stand there and look at you.
Oh, you mean the cashier?
Yes.
But if you
they
stand
don't even
there,
ask you, do you got? I had one cashier ask me, "Do you got bags? I'll help you," because she seen that I had a baby. But any other time, they like,
Audi does that. Audi does that.
oh, they put it in the box though, right?
I think so.
At Aldi's. But
I believe so.
The point is that everybody don't deserve a tip. And yeah, I'm not tipping takeout. So we got some feedback. Tiana said no. Thank you, Tiana. Mark
live. Huh?
Oh,
Mark,
she said yes.
Cousin Mark, he said no. Oh, goodness.
He said no. Come on, let's keep it going. Lynn, of course, I knew Aunt Linda was going to say yes. She said, yes, I do. And I tip Instacart. All right. Brianna, there, my girl. Heck no. Unless I got my taxes back and feeling like balling. Yes. I'm telling you, for what? And so Danny said, girl, why you ask me that? Let's see who else.
I want to hear what else she asked.
Tiana said, because why am I tipping you to do your job? Hello.
Ooh,
the tip is saying, okay, Danny said the tip is saying thank you for bringing my bag out.
Right.
Okay.
That's my girl. That's
okay.
Right.
That's so nice.
That's my family right here.
Brianna said, I don't tip when I sit down.
What?
Wait, Bree. I don't. Hold on. I gotta wait till they come back. Hold on. This is funny.
She said nobody told you to work for $3. Oh. we need prayer right now. We need prayer.
Yo, I can't. Yeah.
Wait. Nobody told you to work. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, Shakira, finish reading.
Tiana said, now if I'm sitting down eating, I will tip the server. Yes. I Dot put bold. She put it in all caps, delivery only. I know that's right. I Dot. Linda said most restaurant workers earn minimum wage, but the servers, they get to keep their tips. So they don't. I don't think they get minimum wage. They get less than minimum wage. If I'm not, well, when I was working, that was a long time ago. But it was not minimum wage. It was $2 to be exact. It was $2.16 is what the waitress was getting.
Wow.
So yeah, and they get to keep all their tips. Let's see. Let me keep going. Thank you guys for commenting. This is hilarious, and you guys are backing me up. I love you guys. Okay. Let's see. Brianna said, "Where in the Constitution tell you to tip?"
Ooh.
Yes. Tiana said, and I'll tip on delivery, but if I'm ordering my food and picking it up myself, absolutely not. Yes. And so let's see. Danny said, okay, that's you, cuz. Thank you. Yes. That's just it's a no for me. Come on, we still got more comments. We got more comments. Waiting for it to scroll down. Brianna said we were slaves for years, busted our butts. The master didn't tip us.
Oh my.
Jasmine said Aldi throws all your food in an empty cart. Yes, I don't remember them doing no bag, Ma. They do carts. They take your bag, take your stuff, and throw it in an empty cart.
Oh my gosh.
Unless you're paying for a bag. Let's see. Even Linda said even the cart collectors help, but put groceries in my car. I tip. Okay, now if somebody's insisting me, like how she said that somebody's helping put groceries in her car, I would tip that because you went out of your way. But you bringing my food to me, this is your job. Sorry, Jasmine said,
right now.
Listen, Jasmine said, no, I don't tip most of the time with a pickup order. Oftentimes, that's their designated job. Yes.
Ooh, y'all shady.
Brianna said they better off selling cat on the corner. Hey, you make more.
Sharday is in full form today.
Jasmine said, if I sit down or get a delivery, I tip. Yes, absolutely. Like I never would not tip on that stance. Like never. And even I have sat down at places that I'm just like, this service sucks. Now here's my scale, right? I always will tip at least 15%. If you go above and beyond, I will go 20, 25.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, I always, I don't give somebody a little $5 or something like that. I calculate it correctly.
What happened to 18%?
Like, it's 18%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay at 15, but I'm just saying, like if it's bad service, I'm still going to tip you. I just, because some people like I ain't tipping enough, and I'm still because I know that you ain't getting paid that much, so I'm still going to give you something. You probably ain't going to get what I would have gave you if you gave me good service, but I'm going to give you something if I'm sitting down. So yeah,
wow,
that was a good one. That was a really, really good one.
With this, we have any other comments on that subject?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Now, this next subject is probably going to be a 2-part fold. Okay, we might not be able to finish the conversation today, but we're going to get started
Sunday. So y'all make sure y'all come on back for next Sunday so we can continue.
Okay. Our next topic is, are church leaders begging for money too much for tithes, offerings, seed sowing, etc.? And if so, is this why you don't go to church?
Okay, so I can speak for myself. My church don't do that. We don't. That's not how we get down. But I've been to plenty of churches where, they're like, I'm going to pass the collection plate around again. It's more talking about money than talking about God, and I'm not with that. Like, I understand now. Again, business, right? Church is a business. People don't realize church is a business. They need money. They need the money for the lights. They need the money for the programs and the ink and the they need money to function. So I get that. I don't knock them for that. But I feel like when you're pushing money too much and God is not, directing you, because I just don't like it when you feel like you're being forced to kind of, I won't say because sometimes people will say, like, for example, they'll say stuff like, oh, well, I gave my last 1,000 and God did XYZ. Don't do that. Because you're giving people a image of, if you do this, God is going to do that, when you don't know what God going to do for that individual. That's may not be their designated calling to do any of what you're talking about. I believe that, yes, you're supposed to tithe. I believe in that 1,000%. I believe in that. But as far as, you're supposed to build up your church home, right? You want to have a community. But I don't believe that you're supposed to be beating somebody in the head and making people feel bad. Like, I'm not, I don't believe that God told you for me to spend my rent money. I don't.
Well,
That's
some of them
for
say,
me.
some of them will tell you, you know, they give you an example of how they spent their rent money and the Lord blessed them. So
Yeah,
it's
and
like they're
that's
almost,
not cool. That's not cool. That's I don't believe that because. But don't get me wrong. That may have happened for that person, but I feel like when you become a public figure, meaning someone that's online giving the word, or if you have a church and all of that, you have a responsibility to be mindful of what you're saying.
Linda, yeah.
Wait, what happened? Oh, wait. As soon as I get in the door, Lord. And that's what Linda said. Wait, so we got comments. Hold on. Let me go
Okay,
back
go
up.
back to the first.
Okay, hold on. It's like a little lag, so just bear with me,
Okay,
everybody.
so church leaders, the topic is, are church leaders begging for money too much for tithes, offering, seeds, sowing, etc.? And if so, is this why you don't go to church? Now, let me just
Okay,
say for me, okay, I believe in tithing, I believe in sowing, I believe in giving. I'm a big time giver and I give from my heart. However, I think when a person encourage you to, and they beg too much, when a person say beg too much, meaning they've been begging for a half an hour out of the service, a half
half
an
an
hour
hour.
and went by and they still asking for money. You know, I think that's when it becomes a little bit overwhelming. Or
Yeah,
they
it
can't
clouds
get the
it.
topic of subject out. They can't even talk about what the subject is. As soon as they start the service, whether they're online or in person, they have a, a building fund offering, youth offering, tide offering. It's just all these offering they're collecting for. But let me say this: years ago, and this may have been over 20 years now for me, at one point in my life, I had gotten to a point where I was a little upset where how the church was mismanaging money. Now, I'm not talking about all churches, I'm just talking about certain churches that I was involved with. And for that reason, I slowed down on giving. I had this conversation with my sister, Dottie, and she told me that if I was to try God, don't think about when you give, whether it's going to the pastors, the ministers,
Mhm.
the deacons, and whoever's in the church, give it from your heart and give it to God. So that Sunday, she told me to try it again. And sure enough, I tied a decent amount. I stayed home from work that day and I was doing laundry. And one thing about me, when I'm wearing pants and working, I always empty out my pockets. And this particular day, when I went to go wash some clothes, it was a wide load of money. It was like three times the amount that I gave for
Mhm.
offering.
Mhm.
So from that day forward, I just continued to faithfully give. But I
Yeah,
do have
that's how I look at things. Like you have to. I think that's with anything in life. You know, you have plenty of people that you may give to that they may say that it's for one thing. You don't know daggone well it ain't for that.
yeah.
But you give for your from your heart. You know what I'm saying? So I always give from my heart. But you do run into, and I'm just so happy of the church home that I was able to find, and I
It's
love it
okay.
over here. Okay, and we don't. It ain't none. And it's just like it's still a business. So you still are supposed to tithe. You're still supposed to give. But nobody. You
Absolutely.
should not feel like I don't need. Let me wait. Like church start at 10. Let me go at 11. They should stop. The offering plate should not be going around by then. Like that you shouldn't have to feel like that, because
Yeah.
it kind of puts you on the spot because a lot of times people won't even go to church because they ain't got money to put in the plate. And
That
you
is
don't
so
want
true.
people to
They
feel
won't
like that.
go. And that's
Yeah.
bad when you get to a point where a person don't even want to come on your live stream. They don't want to go to church because they don't have the money to give. They feel
Yeah.
embarrassed. They feel,
Yeah, they do.
that they don't belong. And that's really bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. So I want to encourage people, don't be discouraged. If you don't have any money and you feel like you want to go to church, go
Go.
anyway.
Go to church, okay?
Go
Go to
anyway.
church.
Go anyway.
Absolutely.
Because
Don't
I
let
do know
don't let
I have a lot
anybody
of
cloud
friends.
your judgment on going to church. If you want to go to church, you go to church. And because it's your relationship with God. You have your pastors, you have different titles in the church that help you to enhance your relationship with God, but it's your relationship with God. So you make sure you're not up there at the pearly gate saying, well, I ain't come because so and so in them. That ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it. You can't blame somebody. You can't put that on somebody else. So you have to take ownership and say, you know what? I'm just going to give from my heart, and whatever they do with it, that's it. So we do have some comments. Linda said yes. Tiana said yes. Cousin Danny said yes. I think that they are keeping. Hold on, this lag is a little. Hold on, you guys. Okay, yes, I think they are keeping the money. Sweet Jesus.
Who said that?
Cousin Danny. Danny Barnes. Brianna said yes. If the church don't have air.
She ain't by herself. I used to have
wait. Brianna said yes. If the church don't have air, but the pastor live in a mansion and drive a 2025 Benz, if we going to struggle, we all have to struggle together. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, she got a point. The church
she
need
does
air.
have a point, because sometimes you just like, the pastor got a new Bentley. But though I feel like that's when you really have to look within yourself and say, is this a place for me? Is this my church home? Because if you feel like that, you shouldn't be going to that church. So Linda said, as soon as I get in the door, Lord. And then Cousin Danny said, I need to know how Pastor got that new car, and am I paying for it with my tithes? See, now I hear that all the time, and people, please, I understand that majority of the time these pastors actually have like jobs, like real jobs.
They write books, shows, plays.
Was it Pastor Gray? Because Pastor Gray went and brought his wife I think a car or something. They was like, oh, he's using that money. Ooh. First of all, you know how much he's worth. You know how many books he sold. It has nothing to do with your tithes, ma'am. So. But don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it's people out there doing that. I hope not. Sure. Praise God. But yeah, but that do come across people's mind.
Yeah, of course. That's the first thing they think, because you got a lot of people that are in the church that are stealing. They're taking money. Yeah. So that is a rightful thought.
Yeah.
That is
Linda said, not my current church. Remember Jamar Bryant? He said, give 1,000 like the Jews. Ooh, she just out here calling out people, sweet Jesus. Listen. Brianna said, God didn't tell me to be homeless and pray for the best. Nope, he didn't.
Oh my!
But that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you will have an individual that's in power as far as over a church, and they get into your head, and you have to be able to think for yourself in a sense. You can't just jump off a cliff, for a lack of better words. So let's see. She said, I have 5 for your 15 during tax time.
She get more during tax time. We have to pray for Sade.
But I'm just saying, and I feel like, a lot of times, people attach giving to your entry to heaven. People could be tied in and all of that and still ain't getting in. That's so true. You just have to make sure that your relationship, your personal relationship with God is intact, because you can't rely on other people and what other people do. And you just got to focus on you. If it's a church that you like, if it's a church that you don't like, don't go there no more. Find somewhere new. Don't give up. If it's a church that you find online that's more appealing to you, do that, but do something. Don't just give up because you went to one bad church, because we would never be in church if that was the case.
Yeah. Something to think about. Now, is not going to church, is that one of the main reasons why people don't go to churches, because they don't have offering? Is it because of...
I think so. A lot of people be like, I ain't got no money this week, I can't go to church. That should not be a conversation about church.
Yeah.
at all.
That's true.
Brianna said, but I give to homeless children, organizations, etc. Just not for the pastor who pulls up bumping for the 99 and the 2000s in the helicopter. Nope.
Right.
Brianna, you are too funny.
Oh my goodness. And you're supposed to get 10% off your gross earnings, not off your net. Now that is what was told to me. It didn't say it in the Bible. It doesn't say that in the Bible.
So who made it up then?
This is what was told to me. I'm not going to name who said these things, but they said you're supposed to give it off the gross and not the net.
But you don't get the gross. I got to ask my pastor because I don't. I got to clarify that with my pastor.
You got to clarify with your pastor.
Because if you're not tangibly getting that, you're not getting that in your hand. So how am I giving from something that I don't even get?
Well, your Medicare and your Social Security, you're getting that in the future. So you will get it, but you're not getting it now. You're getting it in the future.
Okay. Next topic. I'm pretty. I think this is probably the last topic.
Well, you got to read some more of the comments. If you good tithes and see taxes in your definition, that's wrong. The 10% isn't financial. Latera, Victorious, Argentina.
Oh,
welcome to the live.
Latara,
welcome to the live. Brianna says, no, I go regardless. God knows my heart. Bless you. That's awesome.
I know that's right. Yes.
Latara says, your first fruits and your fruits of your spirit, your best not. That's wrong. She says, that's worldly, she says. Latara.
Okay. Brianna said, Pastor Slick Rick, that's who said that nonsense.
She said, Pastor Slick Rick said.
Yeah, that's who said that nonsense.
Oh my God.
I mean, hey, he know my heart.
He knows your heart. Absolutely.
I know this is probably our last topic, right?
Yes. Latara said, no, that's why they were removed from the temple. Yes. Okay, please please share. We really appreciate y'all being with us this evening. If you enjoyed our topics, next week we're going to be talking about something a little bit more intense, and we really would love for your participation with us next week. Same time, 6 o'clock, same platform. Share. Please like and share. We really, really appreciate that. And as I promised previously, for those of you, we know the summer months is coming. The summer is here, right? We're in the summer months.
It's hot over here. I'm over here in this gazebo. And I'm out here. I'm burning. We got a fan. I ain't put the fan on because I want to feel the little breeze, But it's definitely hot.
Well, we have a time sharing where you can get this time sharing. These time sharings are free, meaning someone has spent $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for these time sharings, and the only thing you have to do is pay the maintenance fee every year. There's no other monthly payments other than the maintenance fee. And guess what else with these time sharings that you're going to know today? You could be able to go on a trip right away. You'll be able to use it immediately with your family. So I want to share this information with you. Please go to the website right away, because when you get there, look at the very top. It'll say free time sharing. Click it. Choose one of the time sharings. Hopefully you'll find something that you like. Go to www.timesharenation.com. That's www.timesharenation.com. It is legit. Tommy, let me tell you.
After I get off this live, I need a vacation.
It's 100% legit. They have some time sharings in Hawaii. And one of the things that I like about this company is that they have a lot of inventory, number one. And number two, some of the vacations, your home base may be in Florida, but you could be able to trade off and go anywhere around the world, whether it's Paris, Europe, you could travel and trade in your home base. So if you purchase a time sharing and your home base, for an example, is in Orlando, Florida, and you and your family, you feel as though you want to travel to New Mexico, for an example, or to Paris, you can trade in and call your representative from the time sharing and trade your time in. Some of them are for 1 week travel, and others are 2 weeks where you have 2 bedrooms. Some is 3 bedrooms, sleeping 8 and 9, 10 people. So please go to www.timesharenation.com. We want to say
Yes.
thank you all so much for joining us, and please,
Yes. Thank you.
we're going to
Thank you.
make sure
Thank
that
you.
every week that you be joining us, we're going to be trying our best to have some great free stuff for you so that you could be able to join your family and share some information with your family that's going to be helpful.
Yes, and make sure that you also, if you just now joining our live, right, and this was your first experience, go on over to our page and watch our other lives, okay? Because you're definitely going to be coming back for more, okay? And if you got some topics that you want to shoot out to us, make sure you message us. We right here. We'll be talking about it, okay? So you just make sure you run on over to Mama Said It and you follow all of our platforms, okay? Because I'm gonna be watching, okay? I want to see all y'all following, okay?
Absolutely. Now, the other thing I want to say is if you have a topic that you would like to be discussed, please let us know. And if you would like to be a
Well, I
guest
just
on the
said that.
show, please let us know. We will welcome you on and
Yes.
allow you to join us on some of these topics. So thank you all
Yes,
so
that
much.
would be
Please
fun.
enjoy your week. And I just want to say a small little prayer before we depart. Father God, I thank you for this time that we had together. And for this beginning of the week, let it be a miraculous week, a miracle, something that's going to unfold for all those that are viewing, for their family, and for their friends. Let things unresolved, things that are being unresolved, let it be so. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, amen, amen, amen.
Amen, 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 y'all. Peace
Okay.
out.
Thank y'all for joining. See you later.
See ya.
Good night. Hey, Pam, thanks for joining.